It is 9:45 Eastern Standard Time. Today is July 8th, 2025, and the world is on fire. From fresh fissures in Russian, China, Iran alliances to Ukraine's grinding war and Middle East escalation, we're staring down multiple active battlefields. And don't let that distract you. The real fight is also being waged within your mind, indeed. So if you want to stay informed, stay ahead, and sharpen your vision, hit subscribe now. You don't want to miss a moment of today's Global War Report. First, we'll talk about instability among the cranks, and then we'll talk about why it matters to you. Then we'll get into Ukraine-Russia war and what's going on over there with NATO. Got a little bit of stuff there. And we'll also talk about the Middle East escalation and Iran isolation as well. We have a lot of things to talk about right now, so just open up your ears, and I'm going to go through this as quick as possible, so then that way you all can go about your day indeed, because that's what this podcast is about. Get it out there, get the factual information out there, and get it done quickly and keep it moving, correct? So here's the key update. A growing rift plagues the alliance of Russia, China, Iran, and North Korea, serving Trump's aim to divide and conquer other adversaries. Now, with Russia making its own drones, China spying on Russia, and North Korea failing in expectations, the Crinks trust is shattering, according to the times.co.uk and one other reputable source. Why does it matter? Well, a fracturing alliance weakens threats toward the U.S. Trump uses it as leverage to reassert global dominance without U.S. troops on the ground. So I ask, what does a weekend Crinks alliance means for your sense of global security? Comment, quote, crink not, end quote, if this cracks you up for anything or cracks you wide open, whatever the case may be. But continue to listen. Right now with Ukraine, Russia, there's a lot going on. It's been a lot going on, but we'll just discuss the current situation very quickly and very briefly, just up to date on the news that I review in order to share with you all here. So the current situation in Ukraine right now with Russia, the intense drone and missile battles persists across eastern Ukraine and Crimea, according to newsukraine.rbc.ua and two other reputable sources. A prospective ceasefire might happen if Russia takes more territory and the U.S. leans toward a peace first, aid second strategy. NATO warns Russian President Putin may use Middle East tensions to launch hybrid attacks on Europe, targeting eastern flank nations, according to news.sky.com and three other reputable sources. So, why watch? What's the reason for it? What would be the reason to pay attention to anything like this? Well, a volatile ceasefire could collapse, leading to a resumed war or frozen conflict. You can also expect more weaponizing of global distraction tactics. That'll also occur. And so that's why it's important to watch what's going on with NATO, Russia, and Ukraine, although it seems like they've been pushed to the background to a certain extent with everything going on. Hello, some random trooper. Hi, how are you? Welcome to the program. Thank you for being here. So what's going on in the Middle East? What's the escalation looking like over there in the Middle East and Iran? Iran's isolation, perhaps. This is breaking news now. Tehran is reeling from Israeli airstrikes, hitting cities like Tehran and Isfahan. Now, over 450 casualties have been reported. Israel intercepted many of Iran's missiles, as according to MaxSecurity.com and also APNews.com. UK intelligence warns Iranian drone supplies to Russia may dry up as Israel-Iran war intensifies. That's according also to BusinessInsider.com and 6 other reputable sources. Now, Iran's regional partners, Gulf states like Syria, Hezbollah, are now distancing themselves after years of alliance, according to time.com and 7 other reputable sources. Why does this matter to you as my listener or me? Well, the Israel-Iran war could have global ripple effects, destabilizing alliances and drawing more players in. Iran's breakdown may reshape regional power dynamics and its capacity to fund foreign proxies. In just a moment, as we take a quick, brief break, we will go into global conflicts, and I'll give you a quick snapshot of everybody, including Africa and the South Asia region. I am back with the global snapshots. What's going on in Africa and South Asia region. The 2025 Goma offensive in DR Congo led to heavy casualties, including UN peacekeepers, according to theguardian.com and Wikipedia. India and Pakistan narrowly avoided full-scale escalation after Operation Sindoor in May and now holds shaky peace. That's according to Wikipedia as well and 11 other reputable sources. Ongoing jihadist insurgencies continue in the Sahel, killing soldiers in Niger and Mali. Cyber war and AI. How does this affect you? Well, AI-driven cyber attacks and disinformation campaigns affect you, especially from Russia and China, because they are undermining critical infrastructure globally, not just in their country, but across the map. So I want to hear from you all when you guys finish this video, or if you guys want to comment now. Does it feel like the world is breaking apart in your eyes or reconnecting under pressure? Because to a certain extent, I feel that the world is breaking apart, but we also are reconnecting under pressure. That is my personal opinion, my POV, because I believe that through hardship, people start to connect because they have nowhere else to connect to. And so when cyber attacks occur and things happen and things go wrong, they have nothing else to turn to but to each other. And then you start to appreciate the people in your circle. You start to appreciate even your family more. You start to appreciate a lot of things that you don't appreciate when you think that you have everybody in your realm. Everybody's available for you when you want them to be available. But when that circle, that realm becomes small, and you no longer have those people to depend on, then I believe, in my opinion, that you do start to reconnect under pressure. But let me know what you feel about it. So that's it for this episode. You just got a global war download. But remember, the real trench runs through your mind. History is collapsing. Alliances are shifting. And conflict is everywhere. But your power remains when you listen, resist, and act. So subscribe. Stay alert and bring the fight home in your head and in your community. Now, this is War Notes. Today, we saw the World War. Today, please sharpen your own defenses and stay informed, stay ready, and stay free. Thank you all for listening, and thank you for your patience.